Back now with Mario's barn. Now Mario had a little bit of a stumbling the other night with Cut the Line. She looked horrible. Absolutely disgraceful. But that happens. What are you going to do? It's horse racing. I think in hindsight there was some things we could have changed and made some amendments. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I think when you have horses that aren't that great, that are not experiencing the best day of their life, then you're going to have a real bad race. And I think that's what it boiled down to. The track maybe not being as tight as we'd hope we could get her because of the surface at Mohawk when he went to train her. It's not like you get the Mohawk on Wednesday and you're like, it's just not good. You know what, we'll come back tomorrow for that fast mile. You're not allowed to. You have to sign up for training miles now. And this is a real sticking point why we had to move some of the Ohio horses. So Mario trained her in 2.6 in the mud. Thought she'd be ready to go. Brought her over there. She's hikey, right? So you can't train her fast at Mohawk. You couldn't school at Flamborough, which made no sense. So trained her at Mohawk, thought she was okay, brought her over there, and she wasn't. So we're going to get her blood back first and foremost. I suspect you're going to see a high AST. That was the other problem, is that the races were delayed at Flamborough. So she's in race 1, supposed to go at 6:15 or 6:30. We're delayed 45 minutes. When you have a horse warm up an hour before, it's for a reason. So now those horses are cold, standing on the cross ties. So a lot of reasons why Cut the Line didn't race good. We will try and as I said in the opening, probably the way to go with this filly is get a good line on her and sell her. I don't want to be paying $800 to pay her into the OSS, but at the same time, there's no point keeping her if you don't, because you'll never be able to sell her. So that my 2 cents, what I'd like to do, get a good line on her next week and sell her. So that's Cut the Line. So we'll start from the top. Amordina's been great. Mario's done a great job with him. Very, very impressed with this colt and what he's done the last little while. Since he's joined the barn, he's looked great. Barbie's Crown, I thought she looked great on the track. I did say to Mario, I hope she's better, because Steve, my partner Steve Palermo, is not going to sit there and watch her finish 5th or 6th at Flamborough. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, how can she possibly be any more ready to go than Cut the Line? Or any Tanzanite Tricks. I trained Tanzanite Tricks at 2.5 in the training center, took her to London, she jogged. Cut the Line trains at 2.6 at Mohawk, goes to Flamborough, and looks like she's terrible. So Barbie's Crown, I hope, is closer to the 1st than the 2nd, and I suspect she will be. So we'll see how Barbie races tonight. They're both in late. The late double. You got a maiden trot in the 9th. So weird. Houdini's in the 10th, I think, 10 races. So we'll see how that plays out tonight. I talked about Cut the Line. Don't want to talk any more about her. First Glance is training down good. I didn't see these horses this week, but I know Mario would tell me if there was an issue. When I saw them last, they looked great. So First Glance, I'm going to say, looked great again this week. Although I know he couldn't train today. He didn't train yesterday. And he couldn't train on Wednesday. So maybe missed a week just jogging for the big gray colt. Holy Chick, I know Mario wanted to qualify her, I believe, this week. Keystone Raven, this filly, I'm still keeping a very close eye on. Has all the pedigree to be a good horse. Will she be? I don't know. We're going to see this week, though. I'm going to see her school. I'm not going to see her school, but I'll get reports of how she's schooled. Renegade Gypsy, now the 2-year-olds, I can tell you, look fantastic. I've seen them. They look great. Renegade Gypsy had an easy week this week. Rosie's Masterpiece, Stonebridge Hikati, Twinkle in Her Eye, all have looked fantastic. And Walk on the Moon has looked great since he come back also. So really excited to see how the bottom 5 of that list anyway is going to go. Interested to see how Amordina keeps going. Barbie's Crown looks. Cut the Line, I already think I know. First Glance, training down good. Holy Chick, I guess all the question marks in this list. The only question marks I have, Holy Chick and Keystone Raven. That's it. We'll see how they look in the next coming weeks. But I'm expecting, hoping, and praying that they both look very good. Very happy with Mario Stable from top to bottom. I'm certainly not blaming him for Cut the Line. Sure, there's mistakes made, but there's no more mistakes than you could attribute to what went on with Tanzanite Tricks. So a coin flip situation that didn't go our way. But we'll bounce back next week with all of them, including Cut the Line.